Power, power, clock, correct, time, time for the big boss with the hot sauce. You see, that's me. I am the Geator with the heater being on the record. Up with a single, bop and chip bone. Now, once again, let me say greetings and salutations to the entire population of this here fantastic nation. My name is the Geator. I am the big boss with the big hot sauce. And did you say you want to dance? Well, let's go back to the 60s and let's pick up on the fantastic oil lines when they did the disco spin. Talk about hot, that's exactly what it's got to be. The fantastic oil lines, the group from Philadelphia. And tonight we're going to have a salute to the great dance things that came out of Philly. So don't you dare go away, don't move, you'll lose that groove. We'll be right back. Yeah, we got a show for you that's got to be absolutely, as they say, bombastic. Today, we're going to take you back to the great dance era in the 60s. And Philadelphia was a music mecca, a capital. And in Philadelphia, in 1960, a young man who was destined to become the king of the twist. I'm talking about Mr. Chubby Checker, and I'm taking you back to the twist when he said, "Come on, baby, let's do the twist. Come on, baby. Even though Chubby Checker recorded it in 1960, the original version goes back to 1959. It was recorded by a fellow by the name of Hank Ballard out of Detroit. But Chubby Checker is the man that made the twist universally known, not only in this country, but all over the world, because he's the man that created the dance, which was called the twist.
You should see my little sis. You should see my little sis. She really knows how to rock. She knows how to twist. Come on and twist. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Just like that. And do the twist.
By the name of Chubby the double-decker checker with yours truly, the Geator, the big boss with the big hot sauce, the twist. And of course, now I present to you Chubby Checker.
Everybody twist! They're twisting in Cleveland, in Kansas City too. They're willing in Warwood, in Pittsburgh and St. Louis. So baby, get ready. I'm gonna twist with you. Don't you know they're twisting USA? Yeah, yeah, they're twisting in New York, in old Chicago town, in Hartford, in Frisco. They all go round and round. They twisting on bandstand. So baby, don't you put me down. Yeah. Round and around and up and down we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Making with the shake and do and fro. Woo! From Boston to LA. Don't you know they're twisting USA? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they shimmy in Charlotte. They shake in Baltimore, in Detroit and Dallas, and down Miami shore. So baby, oh what are we waiting for? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Making with the shaking to and fro. From Boston to LA. Don't you know they're twisting USA? One more twist.
The man by the name of Chubby double-decker checker with yours truly, the Geator. And of course, it's interesting because that particular song was written by two cats from Philadelphia, Cowman along with Dave Apple, who wrote some of the great dance things that came out of Philadelphia, honoring Philadelphia, one of the great music meccas going back to the 60s. As a matter of fact, I think right now what I would like to do, I want to go to my Geator phone vision, and I want to see if I can find my old friend Chubby Checker. Hey, Chub, my man, are you out there?
Jerry, the Geator with the heater?
My man.
I don't believe it. I've known this man all my life.
And I've known you all your life, my buddy. Ernie Evans, you look terrific. As a matter of fact, you know, I bet you, Ernie, no matter where you go, because of what you did with the twist, all over the world, they got to recognize you.
Lately, I can't go anywhere. I don't know what it's all about. I don't know what's happened, but there is no place on the planet where I can go and not be recognized.
That's got to be amazing for you. You know, you're an old buddy of mine. I mean, most people don't know, but your real name is Ernie Evans. How did you get the name Chubby Checker?
Dick Clark's wife thought that I reminded her of Fats Domino. I'm much better looking, of course. But she thought that I reminded her of Fats Domino because I was doing one of his songs.
Isn't that amazing? Whose idea was it for you to go into the studio and do a song that was a mediocre hit in 1959 by Hank Ballard?
The guys at Cameo Parkway thought it was a good idea for me to do this. Dick Clark thought that something was happening on his show that looked a little suggestive. And we said, we think that this is the twist. How do we put this together? How do we tell people what this dance is? How do we do it? How do we explain it in the most simple forms? So Cal Mann says, well, it reminds me of putting out a cigarette with both feet, coming out of the shower, wiping off your bottom with a towel to the beat of the music. And that changed the world.
So in other words, you're really the guy that created the dance, the twist.
I want to say this. I want to say that I discovered it. I discovered something that was happening that no one was taking notice of.
Wow, that is incredible. So you really saw what was happening with the kids dancing. Now, out of all of the years that you've been doing this, and I know that you're rocking and rolling all the time, I mean, who are some of your favorite artists that you work with?
Fats Domino, Elvis Presley, Chuck Berry, Little Richard, Jerry Lee Lewis, and occasional James Brown.
Well, that's wonderful. You know, a very interesting question which I've thought about when I've watched you work. You're really Ernie Evans, but when you get on stage, you become Chubby Checker. What is the difference between Ernie Evans, the man, and Chubby Checker, the performer?
I can't explain what it is, but I know that about a second before someone says, Chubby Checker, I know I go in the phone booth and I change. I know that. I know that happens to me. It's not because I'm saying, listen to this guy on the phone, but I'm telling you that right now, Chubby Checker is in Argentina, and I left him at a concert hall, and he's still there. And he will reappear the next time Ernest Evans gets, just before he gets to the stage, Chubby Checker will appear, and we'll do it again.
That is very heavy, my buddy. We don't want you to go away, and you don't go away because we've got more with my main man, the double-decker, Mr. Chubby Checker. Chub, let me ask you a question. Did you ever think after all these years you would still be doing the twist and it would be still as successful as it is?
No, I never thought that. And I realized that I'm not the #1 singer on the planet, but my checkbook tells me that I'm more successful this very moment. Like I made more money in the last 3 months than I made in 4 years from 1960 to 1966.
Well, let me ask this though now, my pal. After all of these years of performing, I mean, do you ever get tired? I mean, do you still enjoy it?
I enjoy everything. Out of all the bad things that have happened in my life, like all the rip-offs and all of the misfortunes, I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not angry with anybody. I'm not angry. I'm really satisfied. I have gotten, and I'm still getting, everything that I ever wanted in my life.
Chubby, I love you. You are a terrific friend, and I want to thank you for stopping on by.
And I want to tell you something. Don't forget something. Jerry Blavat, the Geator with the heater, we're doing life together.
My buddy, Chubby Checker. In keeping with Philadelphia, let me take you now to Philadelphia, again the music capital, when a group from Philadelphia called Candy and the Kisses, again on the Cameo Parkway label, the same label that Chubby Checker records for, they do a song that is a big hit by Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. They changed the name of the song from In My Lonely Room, and it's called the 81. Very interesting because you see in the 60s there were really just two labels that were really the dance labels. You know, it was Motown, but really out of Philadelphia, Cameo Parkway did some great things. The Pony, the Bristol Stomp, and of course the 81. Amazing, really. That is a carbon copy of a song called In My Lonely Room by Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. You know, you can't talk about Philadelphia and you can't talk about Chubby Checker or the Orleans without talking about the sweetheart of Philadelphia. I'm talking about Dee Dee Sharp. Sounds familiar to you at home. You know why? It really is a carbon copy of the song called Please Mr. Postman by the Marvelettes. That's what the folks at Cameo used to do. They would take a hit record and copy it, but they were very, very successful with it.
Now everybody is doing fine. They dance alone for a big boy sign. And they discovered it's the most and the day they did it to please Mr. Postman. Mashed potato. Wait a minute. Mashed potato. It's the latest. Come on, baby. It's the greatest. Honey. Yeah. Well, they got with it more and more. You ought to see 'em around the floor. The mashed potatoes belong on this. They even do it to delay.
A salute to the great things that came out of Philadelphia in the 60s. We'll be right back with more great dance things from Philadelphia.
Come on, baby. Honey.
I got to tell you something. Philadelphia really was a music capital. Not that the spot that you're watching the show from was not a music capital, but Philadelphia was hot because of the fact that Dick Clark did a show called American Bandstand here. Now, you saw the mashed potatoes, you saw the twist, and you saw the kids do a little disco spin, but I want to now take you back to the year 1981. A young fella by the name of Mr. Don Covey records a song in Philadelphia. The song is a gigantic dance song in Philly in 1981. It's a song that the kids do called the Jerry Shake. Don Covey does it. It's better to have than not to have.
You know I can't get no more satisfaction. Girl, you know you don't give me no more inspiration. Listen to me, Lord have mercy. You know I lost that love and feeling, but you don't see me packing up my clothes. Oh, and leaving. It's better to have and don't need. Yes, baby. And don't have. It's better to have. Ain't got no right. To need and don't have. You know, a man without a woman. Yes, sure, gonna feel bad. Girl, you caused me so much pain and sorrow. Well, listen, having nobody, mama, is so much harder. You better know it, yeah. Freaks stop by my house, instigating, but they don't know it ain't gonna be no separating. It's better to have and don't need, and need and don't have. It's better to have and don't need,
is the same guy that writes some fantastic songs for the young lady by the name of Aretha Franklin. You remember Seesaw? This guy wrote that song.
But don't throw your umbrella, y'all, 'cause the sun is shining. Oh, Lord, I remember when your love, baby, used to keep me humming. But I like the lyrics to your song, but I just can't feel the music.
All over the world, they're dancing to the great songs that you heard today. Unfortunately, as all good things must come to an end, so must this show. But of course, as I say each and every time when you and I meet, with the big balls for the big hot sauce, I may be leaving you now, but we'll definitely be coming back. And remember, at all times, you keep it in mind. You keep on rocking, because truly in life, you really only rock once.